Thank you for watching CNN Student News. I'm Carl Azus reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. We're starting with news from Ukraine. Parts of Kiev, the capital, were lit up by fires last night as we put this show together. Earlier in the day, at least 14 people had been killed, 7 civilians, 6 police officers, and 1 government employee as protests intensified in Kiev. Ukraine got its independence in 1991 from the Soviet Union. More than 2 decades later, its people are deeply divided. Some want closer ties with the European Union. Others, including the president, want closer ties with Russia. Protests over this have been going on for months. Each side is blaming the other for Tuesday's violence. For Americans in the U.S. Northeast who are sick of snow, now is the winter of their discontent. The good news is it's going to get warmer for them as this week goes on. The bad news, meteorologists are saying at least another month of cold, snow, and ice will follow. Interesting news, some cities are approaching records. For Chicago, this is the 5th snowiest winter ever recorded, with almost 67 inches of snow so far. For Philadelphia, the 3rd snowiest, over 58 inches of snow there. And for Indianapolis, this winter is the snowiest ever, almost 52 inches of snow, and we're only in February.
Once again, the Northeast is bracing for another snowy blast.
I have to stop. I cannot see where I am.
This latest winter storm already causing crippling whiteout conditions in northern Illinois and slamming the Chicago area with up to 6 inches of snow. In Milwaukee, icy roads causing a vehicle to spin off the highway, hitting this squad car, which was at the scene of another crash. The massive amount of snowfall from the relentless storms near record-breaking totals.
It's been a little bit too much snow for my taste.
Washington, D.C. almost doubling its normal amount of snowfall for February so far, while New York City and Philadelphia triple their yearly accumulations. All the snow causing problems for many school systems. Officials now forced to make up snow days. In parts of Pennsylvania, class was in session on President's Day.
They may lose Easter Monday, they may lose a professional development day that the teachers are going to have, and a retreat day.
Schools in Delaware are considering extending days by 30 minutes, and some schools in New Jersey may hold classes on Saturdays.
It kind of stinks.
But get ready for the big thaw. Later this week, temperatures will finally rise, melting these massive accumulations of snow from Washington, D.C. to Maine. On the West Coast, it's heavy amounts of rain and snow in Oregon that brought down trees, demolishing homes and landing inches away from people inside.
I can't see how she got out of it alive.
And in Seattle, mudslides, trapping this car on the highway and closing some transit tracks.
Time for the shout out. Which part of the U.S. government tests the fuel economy of new cars? If you think you know it, shout it out. Is it the EPA, FDA, FAA, or DHS? You've got 3 seconds. Go. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, gives the fuel economy info you see on new car labels. That's your answer, and that's your shout out. The U.S. government sets minimum gas mileage requirements for new cars. Now, the Obama administration is ordering new requirements for medium and heavy-duty vehicles, tractor-trailers, buses, and vans. Why? The government wants all new vehicles to get better gas mileage and give off less pollution. It hopes the new rules will help make that happen. One complication is that the technology it takes to do this can cost more, raising the price of new vehicles. The government says this will be offset when money's saved on fuel. The American trucking industry wants the president to proceed cautiously, saying it supports saving on fuel, but it hopes the new rules won't conflict with safety or force vehicles to use new technologies that aren't fully tested. The president's new guidelines were issued by executive order, which means they won't go through Congress for approval. Last November and December, the personal information of as many as 110 million people was stolen. They'd used credit cards at Target. At around the same time, more than 1 million others had their info stolen. They'd use credit cards at Neiman Marcus. Paying for something electronically is convenient. It allows you to buy whatever without going wherever. But is it secure?
First, there was cash. Then came checks and credit cards, smartphones, and even cryptocurrencies. The size and scale of the non-cash economy is vast. One report estimates non-cash transactions topped 333 billion in 2012. That's 47 for each man, woman and child on the planet. And the more money sloshing through the system, the greater the risk.
Over the past 4 years, the Secret Service has nearly arrested 5,000 cyber criminals. In total, these criminals were responsible for over $1 billion in fraud losses.
The recent cases of US retailers Target and Neiman Marcus were a global wake-up call. Here in New York, the district attorney admits it's his greatest challenge.
I think it is a tsunami. I think that cybercrime, identity theft, is occurring at a pace and a level which make it one of the most significant criminal developments that we've seen in our generation.
Target and Neiman Marcus did not just expose the magnitude of the problem, they also revealed the sophistication of those behind it. Is it a case of skimming the numbers from the back of the card, cloning the card, looking at the card in the restaurant or the shop?
We're also looking at situations where, because of criminals' technical expertise, obviously, they are doing things as alleged in the Target case, going through the software that controlled the air system in the company, and through the back door, being able to move into data and identifying customer data, customer credit card numbers, and the like.
The real victims are the consumers. Both Target and Neiman Marcus are investigating.
We have learned that the malware which penetrated our system was exceedingly sophisticated.
And have apologized.
I want to say how deeply sorry we are for the impact this incident has had on our guests.
Both are still facing major class action lawsuits.
We love Worldwide Wednesdays on the CNN Student News Roll Call. Gives us another chance to go globetrotting to places like Nantou County, Taiwan. That's where we're online at National Chinan University. Across the Pacific in San Pedro Sula, Honduras, hello to the students of Escuela Internacional San Pedrana. And across the Atlantic, our final stop is in Lakenheath, England. Thank you for watching at Lakenheath American Middle and High Schools. On cell phones and tablets, there are a lot of apps and services we can get for free. What do the providers like Apple, Google, Facebook, or Pandora get out of it? For one thing, they'll sell some ad space to businesses. They make money off that. For another, they get information. They learn a lot about us. And Lori Siegel looks at how even our politics could factor in.
Hey, Carl. Well, if you're one of the millions of people who use Pandora to listen to music, the company says it knows more about you than your favorite song, and they're hoping to cash in. Pandora's planning to roll out a new ad service to help political candidates target voters. That means the next time you listen to Miley Cyrus or Jay-Z, you might get pegged as a Democrat or Republican. At the heart of this, your zip code. When you sign up for Pandora, you enter in your zip code. That gives the company valuable geographical data. And they can tell a lot about you by where you live. Now, in the past, Pandora has used this location data to look at how other people in your area vote. Now they're adding in your listening preferences. Now, using your location and what you're listening to, Pandora says they determine your political preference. So let's take a look at what Pandora says your taste reveals about your politics. Listen to Daft Punk. Pandora may determine you're likely to vote Democrat. If you like country music, Pandora infers you're more likely to vote Republican. Love some Jay-Z? Well, according to Pandora, it's harder to determine your political affiliation. Listen, Carl, one thing is for sure. Those apps on your smartphone, they're looking to make money. Many of them are. And to do that, they've got to get to know you better. That's the advertising game, and it looks like Pandora's got a head start. Carl?
Before we go, when octopi attack doesn't typically occur unless they feel threatened. So when this happened to two divers off the coast of California recently, they kept one camera rolling as an 8-foot giant Pacific octopus tried to take out the other. The diver who posted this on YouTube thinks the animal saw its reflection in the lens, mistook it for another octopus, and went after it. When the camera flashes went off, the octopus went away. Would you have stuck around? I can think of 8 good reasons not to. It's interesting the diver never thought he octopushed it away. It was 8-armed and dangerous. Guess when that happens so fast, you don't have time to ink about it. CNN Student News dives back in tomorrow.